Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. My name is Adam, and this is a different video than we normally make here on our channel. But my hope is that this is a video that is going to be helpful to a number of you, because as we head toward the new year, I know a lot of people, including Sherri and I, are starting to think about healthier routines, healthier rhythms, things that we can add to our life to maybe help those things. And one of the things that some of you may be considering adding is a vitamin regimen, right? You might be considering one of these vitamin subscription services like Care of. I know they're super popular. I see ads for them all of the time online. Well, Sherri and I signed up. We have tried Care of. We've tried the vitamin subscription services. And so today I'm going to tell you guys all about our experience. Was the value worth it? Did we think it was a good idea? Is it something we're going to continue with? Or did we decide to go another route? Now, right from the beginning, I do want to let you know that this video is not intended to debate the benefits or merits of vitamins. I know there's people that think that vitamins are a waste of money. I know there's people who really do believe in the benefits of them. That's not the point of this video. The video really is to look at these vitamin subscription services that are so heavily marketing themselves to people, to say, is this a good value, or is there a better way maybe to go? So about a year ago, I was actually here on YouTube watching a video of another creator. And in their video, they actually had an ad from the company Care of. Now, at the time, I had actually never heard of them. I didn't know what Care of was, but as they were explaining it, they talked about how it was a vitamin subscription service. And essentially what you do is you go on their website, you take this quiz, this sort of survey, and based on your response to things like your energy level, the amount of exercise you get, the diet you eat, all of those things, based on your response to those questions, it recommended vitamins that they thought you would probably benefit from. And then what they do is they send you a box every single month, just like this. This is the box we received. And in that box, there are 30 of these packages. Mine says, "Hi, Adam." It's got a horoscope on there. It talks about the number of pills that are in there. And basically, these are your vitamins for the day. Now, both Sherri and I did this. We both signed up for Care of. We both subscribed. We both received vitamins. But Sherri and my experience was actually different. And I'm going to explain a little bit later in the video exactly why. Now, for me, Care of said that there were 6 pills they thought I should take every day. Those pills were rhodiola, and that is because I indicated that sometimes I feel low energy in the afternoons. And then there's magnesium, which they want me to take 2 of every day because at times I get cramps in my muscles. The next pill was just for immune support, and these are adaptogenic mushrooms, and so there's 1 pill of those every day. A probiotic pill because of some digestive and stomach issues I've had in the past. And then a B complex just to help round out a lot of the nutrients that I don't always get based on the meals that I eat. So those are the 6 pills that Care of said that I should take every single day. So in my Care of pack, those 6 pills are in here. Now for me, the cost of Care of is $45 a month. Now that does include free shipping, which is great because if you have an order over $20, shipping is included. So for me, the monthly cost to have all of these vitamins was $45. I will say, pros of Care of first. This is really convenient. I loved having this show up at my door. I loved the ease of the packages. I love that everything is right there. I can just grab one of these, take it, and go. So I really did like that. The other thing that I liked about Care of, and I imagine most of these vitamin subscription services are like this, is that I liked that the quiz that I took or the survey that I took helped identify some things that I could benefit from. Because it's always been really intimidating to me when I go to a store like Walgreens or I go to any other kind of pharmacy where they sell vitamins, and I stand there and I look at this giant wall of vitamins and I think, I'm lost, right? Like, I don't know what this stuff does. I don't know what's going to benefit me. I don't know any of that sort of stuff. I feel like I'm sort of left to figure it out on my own, which I don't always do a great job of. So the fact that their quiz, their survey walked me through that, at least gave me a little bit of a peace of mind that the pills I were getting, hopefully, would be what I needed. And I did. I took these pills every single day, really loved them. We reordered. It came another month. However, it was in that month too that I started to wonder if there could be a better option out there for us. Because it's not that I thought the cost was so expensive. I mean, it basically comes out to $1.50 per day, which isn't a lot of money. And I will admit, I was feeling better. Like, I was feeling better energy. I wasn't having so many stomach issues. Some of it could have been like placebo. I don't know, possibly. But I was definitely feeling better once I started to take more vitamins. But that's where I decided to see if I could do this for cheaper myself. And this is kind of the whole point of this video. It's taking me a few minutes to get into it, but the whole point is that there could be a better option out there for some of you, just as I discovered there was for us. Because what I did is I took that list of items that Care of gave me, and I went to Amazon, and what I did is I looked for those exact same items, and I ordered them all myself. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to see what was the cost breakdown if I did this exact same thing myself. If I took the information that Care of gave me based on the survey that I took, and then I just ordered the vitamins. And actually the results, I think, are pretty amazing. Now, I'm a numbers guy, right? Like, I love working with numbers. And so I wanted to know not just what was my cost per day. I wanted to know what was my cost per pill. What was my total cost over the course of a year for doing this? Now, with Care of, I mentioned earlier, it was $45 a month, comes out to $1.50 per day. However, when I went on Amazon and I ordered all of the same things, I've got my magnesium, I've got my probiotic, I've got my mushroom complex, I've got my vitamin B complex, and I've got my rhodiola. All of these things come out to 93 cents per day, rather than the $1.50 of Care of. Now, a couple of things to consider and to remember. This is really convenient, right? This is really handy. And I actually am one of those people who does not mind paying a premium for convenience. If having this means that I will take my vitamins, but having this means that I won't, then I think this is a better deal. However, for me, I actually have found that having these vitamins from Amazon, all of the individual bottles, doesn't prohibit me from taking them. Because what I do is once a week, I'll sit down like the old person I am, because I have one of these now, and I will just divide up the vitamins that I need for the week. And obviously there are some other things that I've added in here, things like zinc, things like vitamin D, because we live in Alaska and that's really important in the winter months. And then every single day, rather than having my pack of vitamins from Care of for $1.50, I just have my little container of vitamins for 93 cents. Now, the difference between 93 cents and $1.50 might not feel like a lot of money when you look at it day by day, but these are something that I ideally would be taking every single day. And when you look at this over the course of a year is when the money kind of started to make a difference to me. Because by ordering my vitamins myself, it comes out to a $208 savings over the course of the year. That's a lot of money, right? For basically the exact same product. And another thing that I really like about ordering my vitamins from Amazon or whatever vitamin supplier or distributor you might have or want to use is that I get to decide the brand that I'm ordering, right? I get to read those reviews. I get to look and see what might be a better quality product. Whereas with some of the things in Care of, I kind of have to trust them. I don't know what the brand is behind these. However, I will say that I noticed no difference taking the Care of vitamins or the vitamins that I ordered myself. I did feel better taking both of them. They both felt, at least like for me, to make a difference. So those two things being the same, what Sherri and I have opted to do is go with the option, well, it saves us money. Now, most of this video has been me talking about my vitamins. Sherri did this as well, and her results are actually kind of interesting. And this is one of the things that I think is really important to remember if you're considering one of these vitamin subscription services. Because the pills that they suggested for Sherri and for me largely were the same, with one exception. They thought that Sherri should be taking iron. So Sherri gets her pack, she starts taking her pills, and she starts feeling mostly better. However, not too long into taking them, things took a turn for her, and she actually started to feel pretty terrible in some pretty specific ways. And after talking to some friends of ours who work in the medical field, they said that they actually thought that it was the iron that was added to her vitamin packs that was probably causing it. And so Sherri stopped taking the iron, Sherri stopped taking that, and almost instantly, within a couple days, was totally better. Now, I think that's really important to remember, because when you go on one of these websites, when you go on the Care of website, when you go on another vitamin subscription service website, there's not a medical professional helping you. right? This is essentially a web analytic type program that is going to give you a result based on the data or the questions that you answered. So this is not like a recommended by a medical professional that this is the stuff you need. And so do keep that in mind, that this is a website giving you a recommendation, not a medical professional giving you a recommendation. And I think those things are very, very different. And I know this is the kind of video that we really don't do. But again, as we head toward the new year, as people start thinking about ways to be healthy, as people start thinking about things they might include in their rhythms, as I said earlier, that might help that, I know this is a time of the year when people look at things like vitamins, people look at things like supplements, people start looking at things like health. And so I know some of you might be looking at some of these vitamin subscription services, and I thought, you know what, let's just share the experience that we had. And honestly, the experience was really good. With the exception of Sherri's iron issue based on what was recommended, we really did like this. We thought that this was super, super convenient. I loved having these packs. I didn't love the waste, right? Single-use stuff, not a huge fan of. Every day to have one of these packs, I didn't love that. But other than that, I really did like this. And the price of these really isn't that bad. $45 a month, $1.50 a day to get my vitamins, I thought was a pretty good deal. However, once I went online and once I looked at what I could do basically the exact same thing for, I just felt like this was a better fit for us. As I get ready to end this video, there are a couple things that I want to hear from you guys. Number one, have you even heard of this, right? Have you heard of Care Of? Have you heard of some of these other vitamin subscription services? And if you have heard of them, have you ever used them, right? Are you a believer? Are you a skeptic? Are you somebody who's looked into it and maybe like us decided to go a different route? And then also, is this something you would consider, right? Do you see value in something like this, where the convenience of it is delivered right to you every single day? And one reminder right here at the end of the video, guys, that the point of this isn't to debate or to discuss the merits of vitamins, the importance of vitamins, whether they even work or they don't work. The point of this video was to share our experience with a vitamin subscription service with you guys, and then to let you know the route that we made the decision to go. So friends, we love you guys so much. Thanks for being a part of our LeggLife community. Thanks for always supporting us, whether it is Sherri talking about books or us traveling or our life here in Alaska, or sometimes, gosh darn it, even talking about vitamins.